Yes, a fine idea. You came all this way to see me, after all. Talking with you like this, you're not the same person as when first I met you. Back then, you seemed so fierce, so free. But now, I know there is much more to you. I knew it. Your eyes betray you. Despite your great strength, I see the sadness dwelling there. You must have seen your share of trouble in the past. And a few wounds that have never healed, I should think. You might say I have a sense for these things. You know, you're terribly kind. You came to my rescue when I was in peril, did you not? I wish I could convey the joy I felt, the sheer relief when I set eyes upon you. I can almost imagine a day when I might utterly entrust myself to your care. Oh dear, I've said rather too much, haven't I? I blame your eyes. They're so easy to get lost in. Are you busy at the moment? Let's head outside and talk at our leisure. You're a kind soul. Then, let's be off. Delightful breeze, isn't it? You don't really feel it in the pleasure district. You saw it, didn't you, the other day? The pleasure district is nothing but a gilded cage for us geisha. A gathering place for girls with nowhere else to turn. Scratch away the painted glamour, and all you find is pain. I began my work of my own volition, in order to better serve Lord E. But now, these days, there are times I don't know how to feel. Is this truly what I wanted? I ask myself. I ask that a lot when I'm with you. All I want is to let the wind take me, wherever it might blow. Let it take the two of us, so we can leave it all behind. If only. Why don't we? It's certainly a possibility. Did you think I spoke truly? You can't take everything a geisha says at face value, you know. That's how we reel you in. Yes, it was all a mere jest. Nothing more than nonsense, I'm afraid. Perhaps it's time we went back. Tonight was all in good fun, nothing more. Agreed? Certainly, I have time for a chat. I once believed I knew who my heart belonged to, but ever since we met, you have shattered all my preconceptions. As a geisha, I sell customers a dream for an evening. With you, though, I can't bear for the dream to end. I speak true when I say I don't want to stop seeing you, even if it is forbidden. So, the issue at hand. I gather you are wondering why I betrayed Lord E. I must admit, he and I, He is a very important person to me. In fact, this hairpin is a gift from Lord E. But things are very different now. So much has changed, including my lord and me. The man I once knew is now the Red Demon. And the truth is that the role he has taken on torments him. Witnessing the recent purge opened my eyes. I now know that he must be stopped. And who else can do it but me? It is as if all these years by his side have led to this moment. I let Mrs. Fumi escape, though it may yet cost me my life. That was the right thing to do. Yes, I am sure of it. But now, I am suddenly terrified. I can't shake the feeling that something horrible is about to happen. What do you think I should do? Oh, but surely I am dreaming. Those words are sweet music to my ears. Yes, let us flee this place together. Go somewhere no one knows. And that's really what you want? I would like nothing more. Yes, we shall grow old together, you and I. I am afraid I cannot stop shaking. Perhaps you might help comfort me. Feeling much better now. I must apologize for letting my emotions get the better of me. Will you join the Satsuma uprising, I wonder? I know a back street, out of sight of the shogunate. I will show you. I only wish there was more I could do for you. Let me know when you're ready to go.
Well now, it seems we have like minds. I was just thinking of asking you the very same. Since saying that I wanted to speak with you, we haven't had the chance. You remember that time, I trust. It wasn't my intention to pry into your past then. But at the very least, I thought I could get a name. You're not given to conversation, it seems. Careful with the clumsy jokes now, especially if you're not good with words. This, I say as someone who was once like you. I spoke in Satsuma dialect, you see, and it made me self-conscious. Be it our position, our birth, or our hearts. No matter how we try to behave, there's always something binding us. You should understand this well enough. Now, I won't ask you further about your origins. But am I correct in assuming you've never had a cat or a dog? Delightful creatures both. Adorable and sweet. They snuggle up to you without asking complicated questions. see. I see. If you have the chance, you should try caring for one. It might just be the cure for your ineloquence. I'm reminded of the darling chin I used to have. With that, I didn't have to let him go. But that's enough about me. It's your turn to talk about yourself for a change. So, what do you wish to tell me? Those words. Do you speak them in full awareness of their implications? To be with me is to take on even more burdens than you already bear. Knowing this, do you still wish it? If this is a dream, then may I never wake up. Nothing would make me happier than to spend my life with you. Yes, that's a fine idea. It might help me feel better. Let's take a little walk. Come with me. The disgrace of it all. I still can't believe that the villain would turn out to be someone from Satsuma. Right now, Japan is faced with an unprecedented crisis. Now, most of all, we must join hands and stand together in common cause. We can't hope to survive if we fight among ourselves like this. Like me, Nakamura wants to change Japan for the better. We merely envision different ways of achieving that goal. As someone who shares the same homeland, I want to believe this. I consider it my mission to bring disparate factions together. But no matter what I do, how much I give, it isn't enough. I can't reach them. So not a word out of you after all. When you stand there in that unflappable way, I feel foolish for letting my frustrations get the better of me. Times like this, it's best to take your mind off your troubles by eating. Tell me, do you like sweets? Excellent, excellent. Well, we really have like minds, you and I. I thought I'd make simmered sweet potato, you see? And I like to treat you by way of an apology for making you listen to my grumbling. I was hoping you might come. Will you go for a little walk with me? Good. Let's head outside. I must say, when I first met you, I would never have imagined that you'd end up making simmered sweet potato for me. I truly enjoyed that. If I might be finicky though, I must say, I prefer it a little sweeter. There's a rather fond memory that I have of the dish. It was when I first arrived in Edo. Though I had purpose, I was still but a girl. I dearly missed the seas and mountains of Satsuma, and was the picture of misery. Taking pity, my lord husband had simmered sweet potato made for me. It was so good it moved me to tears. And to this day, I can't forget that luscious flavor. Not only are you not jealous, you're supportive. That's part of why I love you, I suppose. The days I spent with my husband are my precious memories. But memories are all they are. Our days together are what matter most now. When the weight of my mission felt too heavy to bear, the warmth of your hands gave me the strength to carry on. I want you beside me, now and all the years to come. This time, I want to be with the one that I love until I breathe my last. When both our faces are riddled with wrinkles, I trust you'll have improved your cooking skills a little. I shall go to bed tonight, imagining that day.
Good timing. I was just looking for you. There's something I wanted to tell you. I just wanted to thank you for always being so helpful. You've helped me more than you know. Well, that's all I wanted to say, really. Do you have anything you want to tell me? You're a strange one, aren't you? I suppose I should get back to work now. Looking after these patients is my duty, after all. No one else's. You know, plenty of lives have been sacrificed in the West, all in the name of medical advancement. I owe it to every one of those lives to give my duty everything I have. And when I see the way you continue to fight, I am glad you appear to feel the same way about yours. Come see me again, if you'd like. Oh, and let me know if I can ever be of help to you. I've got to return the favor, after all. Just don't go asking me to kill anybody. You've come at just the right time. I was thinking of going to buy some medicine. Will you come with me? Thank you. I could really use the help. Sorry for all the trouble. It would have been a nightmare carrying all this on my own. There's been an influx of injured people lately, on top of all our sick. It feels like we're constantly in need of... Huh? Hello, you. Wait just 1 second. I'll bring you a little snack. What now? Are you asking for more? Do you want to be petted? Here. Well, yes. They're very cute. I have to admit, I love little animals. They're just so tiny and adorable. Nothing unusual about that, is there? Actually, never mind. You don't have to answer that. I suppose I don't have to keep trying to act professional in front of you anymore. Maybe I can be a little bit more myself. Let's give that a try. What do you say? Oh, good. I was just in a bit of a bind. I was about to head out for some air. Care to join me? Thanks. Well, let's get going. Just about those things I said to Mr. Fukuzawa that time with the Syncona. As a doctor, I have to admit, it's been incredibly frustrating. I know that prevention is the surest way to eradicate cholera. But there are so many suffering patients who I simply can't save. If my father were here, I have no doubt he'd already have discovered a cure by now. Easier said than done. But you're right. It doesn't matter what my father would have done. I have my own mission. Sorry. Forget I said anything. Here I am, whining, when I should be thinking about the future. You know? Seeing you lately has made me think. I'd like to be an obstetrician one day. It's not much more than a vague idea at this point. But you fight for a promise of a brand new world. And I thought, I'd like to help bring new lives into it. So much has been sacrificed for the sake of what's to come. But there will be so much asked of us yet when it finally arrives. You and your friends will give birth to a new world, and I will help deliver the children, who shall be its champions. It's a nice thought, isn't it? Well, what is it? Love. With me. You've been so direct, I can't help but blush. All this time, I couldn't bring myself to say it. But I love you too. I want us to be together. Forever. Your timing always seems to be perfect. I'm in the mood to let off some steam. What do you say? Feel like having a drink with me? Then let's go. I know of a good place around here. You know, you've been getting into far too much trouble lately. You're more battered and bruised every time I see you. I wish you would be more careful. Of course. I'll do my best. But I can't save you if you're dead. All I want is for you to stay safe. Look, I'm not saying I don't want you to fight. It was your conviction and courage that made me fall for you in the first place. It's just... Do you know how it feels every time I watch you go? You're always heading for another fight. Always leaving me alone. Sure, that's what you say. But if anything happens, you'll be out of here in a flash. That's just the person you are. You'll stay here with me tonight. And just for tonight, I'm not letting you go anywhere. Don't ever let me go. And so the morning comes, whether we like it or not. Life can be cruel that way. Have a good day then. I'll be waiting for you. Just come back to me safe.
Remember what I said to you in Yoshiwara? I told you that I wanted to look clearly at Ryoma, accepting who he is now. Since then, I've been watching him. From afar, of course. Lest the sight of me scare him away. He's really quite the man about town, isn't he? Always making friends, trusted by all. I can't help but wonder, what virtue do I possess that might make me worthy of him? I've given this a lot of thought, but have yet to come up with an answer. So I wonder if I might have better luck asking you, seeing as you two are so close. Tell me, what is my greatest virtue? I must know. Is there anything you find special about me? Stop it! Nothing could be farther from the truth. I mean, really? How strange. Anyway, you're saying I'll need to focus on more than martial arts to make myself worthy of Ryoma, right? Your words have inspired me to accentuate my strong points. Thank you. Ever since our visit to Princess Atsuko's chamber, I've been trying to figure out how I might settle the score between us. You have a strange way of fighting. It appears to be rough and reckless, yet full of cunning deception. Clearly, you play by different rules. That played on my mind and slowed me down. Truly, I've never faced anybody like you. And here I was, thinking that I had grown stronger. You're right. Dwelling on past failures won't get me anywhere. I can see that you two are growing stronger every day. And while I hate to lose, I'm glad to know we can both grow stronger together. Besides, I fully intend for our friendly rivalry to continue. May we always regard each other as equals. Together forever? Like till death do us part? So... Oh dear, what am I keeping you here for? You must be terribly busy. Let's call it a day for now. Till next time! So, what did you want to talk about? What? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to... It's just... You took me by surprise. When I decided to give up on a life with Ryoma, I had resigned myself to being alone for the rest of my days. But to hear you say that... I couldn't be happier. I love you too. And I'd be honored to be at your side. I was hoping you'd drop by. Are you free? I was wondering if you would like to go for a walk together. That's great. Let's get going then. You know, I usually only see you at the dojo, so walking with you like this feels oddly refreshing. Of course, we've also been to Yoshiwara and Edo Castle together, but those weren't exactly ideal circumstances. Anyway, I hope that we can go out like this more often. Maybe even admire the cherry blossoms in the spring. Imagine, you and me beneath a sea of pink blossoms. I'm sure we'd enjoy ourselves very much. Oh, please. That would spoil the fun. You should focus on the blossoms. We can share the experience together. Oh, and... I may not know all that is going on in the world, But I know there are important things you must do for this country. And that you will leave sooner than I'd like you to. And while I'm not telling you that I want you to stay, promise you'll think of me when the time comes, won't you? Even if it's only to say a word of farewell. I'll hold on to that word until you return. Good. I'll hold you to that then. And I won't forgive you if you're lying. Moreover, I still haven't beaten you in a fight. Don't think I've let you off the hook. Anyways, I won't lose faith that you'll return someday. I'll be waiting for you.
Do you have a moment? There's something I want to show you. And only you. There are too many eyes here. Would you please come with me? Thank you. Come on, let's go. This is what I wanted you to see. Correspondence between my brother and my husband. Quite a lot, isn't there? In these letters, they shared their hopes for the country's future. I know. When I read their writing, I can almost hear their voices. The reason I show their letters to you is because I want you to know them better. They were misunderstood by the masses, regarded as extremists and a danger to society. But the truth is, they cared deeply about the people of Japan. They were gentle souls, through and through. Like you. You're the kindest, most caring person I know. That's why I want to be of use to you. I couldn't bear to lose anyone else dear to me. So please, let me be there for you. Now, for the trials ahead.
I am delighted you so frequently make time to see me. We live in a disquieting world of late. I pray you are not getting yourself involved in anything too dangerous. I certainly hope not. It is crass of me to speak of the outside world. It is just that I spend all my days within the confines of the district. I sometimes dream of being able to leave. Of watching the sun as it sets behind the mountains. Unhurried. Alone. The wisps of cloud that linger over peaks lit by sunset's glow are identical in shade to the sleeves of my mourning robes. From the tale of Genji. Lovely, is it not? I can almost see it all before me. Usugumo, wisps of cloud. My name was derived from that poem, you know. And there is another reason the name is important to me. Perhaps, if we get to know one another better, I might let you in on the secret. I suppose you will just have to keep coming to see me if you want to know more. I was just thinking how dearly I would like to talk to you.
Let us forget about the cold, harsh world. For now, all we need is you and me. Would you be interested in watching me dance? Then I shall make preparations at once. Ah, I completely forgot. The shamisen that accompanies my dancing is broken. I cannot dance after all. I have been meaning to commission a new one, but I'm in need of a craftsman with the requisite skill. One also requires the finest quality of skins in order to make an exemplary shamisen. As for the silk threads needed for its strings, why, I suppose I could disrobe this minute and secure some threads from my garments. Just my little joke. Oh? You do not seem to be very amused. You know, if you were any other customer, our time together would be over already. But whenever I am with you, there is so much more I want to do. I wonder why that is. Do I sense you have something to tell me? What? Oh, excuse me. I am rather at a loss for words. For though I have heard those words from many others, to hear them from your lips, from someone so special to me, is truly wonderful. I love you too. And I promise to tend you with care forevermore. I have so looked forward to talking with you like this again. Indeed, I have never known a joy like our being together. Yet, all I can do is wait. In truth, sometimes I cannot help but wonder what I would do if you were to stop visiting me. But perhaps if I carried some proof of your love with me, my mind would not be prone to such weakness. Oh, how thrilling. Alas, the waiting is simply too hard to bear. But if you will continue to help me find my beloved cats, I may choose to view that as a testament to your affection. Though I am not sure I believe you would feel the same way if I were to ever leave Yoshiwara. Still, should that day come, I hope you know I am all yours. Mind, body, and soul. Do you remember the poem I shared with you? The one my name was derived from? The wisps of cloud that linger over peaks lit by sunset's glow are identical in shade to the sleeves of my mourning robes. Do you remember what you said the first time I recited it to you? That was it. I am glad you remember. In the poem, Genji is mourning the loss of his first love. Gazing at the clouds in the evening sky, he finds their color resembles the clothes he wears in his grief. The color of mourning, The color of ephemeral life. It really is a terribly sad poem, isn't it? But you know, I think it suits someone like me. Someone who could disappear at any moment. You know, it is said that the soul of a woman who disappears from the pleasure district roams the world forevermore in the body of a cat. That shall be me one day. Knowing your skill at such things, I am sure you would. To be honest, if I could, I would never leave your side. Of course, I know that to be impossible. So, perhaps I really should become a cat. That way, I could snuggle up to the one I love. Like this. Can there be anything more painful than parting the morning after one has made love? Be sure to come back to me. Else, I might turn into a cat.